Hey guys, I'm Adventure Andy. I'm playing Professor Layton in the Curious Village for the Nintendo DS, and this game is brought to you by GameAndNewOne.com. It's time to head into the Reinhold Manor, a giant house that looks gorgeous. Hey there, what's up? Matthew. Welcome to the Reinhold Manor. Thank you for coming. I am Matthew, butler and servant of the Reinhold family. Everyone is waiting upstairs for you. But before you go, I have a message from Lady Dahlia. She has requested that you take a look at this puzzle. Please do not be taken aback. Madam has the strangest sense of propriety sometimes. Alright then. Okay, so try moving this match. Come on, it's fun. Right. Patty cake, baker's man. Bake me a cake as fast as you can. That was so offbeat. I apologize. Alright, puzzle number 9. One poor pooch. This puzzle's kind of dumb, I think. The matches below are arranged in a shape of a dog. This poor little guy was just minding his own business when a car came barreling down the road and ran him over. I blame the dog. Move 2 matches to change the picture so that it shows the dog after the accident. Okay. All puzzles are a matter of perspective, so don't assume that you'll be looking at the dog from a side. From the time you finish this one. Okay, so this one's kind of dumb. It's more like something you'd like show to your kid and be like, hey, look, I can make the dog look like he's laying down, and doggy get hit by a car. So what you want to do is you want to move the matches, and you just want to imagine that he's being looked at from a bird's eye perspective. No. Okay, so rotate. No, rotate. No, rotate. Mini more rotisserie chicken. Distracting me like it always does. Alright then, I think that should be good. It's pretty lenient. Alright, so
that should do it.
I guess. Yeah, it did it. Jeez.
Every puzzle has an answer.
If this game was in 3D, it would look like Professor Layton was trying to poke my eye out and, you know, just poke my eye out, man. The car flattened the poor dog. Let this be a lesson to be aware of your surroundings when driving. Or be aware of your surroundings when you're a freaking dog. I mean, what's a more likely scenario, guys? Come on. That's absolutely correct, my commendation, sir. Again, I do apologize for the strangeness of that request. It's okay, I get it all the time. I really do, actually. Now, please walk this way. We mustn't keep Lady Dahlia waiting. Alright, then. But before we go, I need to keep Lady Dahlia waiting by doing a stupid puzzle that I get the idea from a bookcase. Bookshelves seem to line every wall of this estate. The Baron must have been quite the avid reader. Of course, I was just looking at that word because I like the word. It's important to keep your mind sharp, Luke, so why don't you give this puzzle a go? Alright then. That's the number 10. Oh, I love this one. Alright, here's a quick and easy one. The first letter of the alphabet is A, and the letter B comes after the letter A. However, the letter A you need to worry about... however, the letter you need to worry about is the last one. What's the last letter of the alphabet? Hint, it's not Z. Okay, then. So, what could be the last letter of the alphabet? I mean, if it's not Z, it's gotta be Y, right? Right, then. So... yeah. Not quite. And you know why? Because Professor Layton does not take you for some kind of inquisitive thinker. He takes you to look for the easy answer. So you gotta be a real smart ass here and think. What letter does the alphabet end with? Alright then. Well, let's see. The... alphabet. Okay, so what letter does this entire word end with? T. There we are. So, T. The last letter of the alphabet is T. And I remember when that came to me, I felt like some kind of genius. I was like, man, I am so smart.
Professor, I've solved it!
That's nice, kid. You could just guess 25 times, but I find that that's not as fun, and it ruins the fun of it. The last letter in the word alphabet is the letter T. How did you like that puzzle, Luke? I hope it has prepared you for tackling more difficult puzzles. Oh, it has. I am so ready. Just sign me up for more right now. Alright, let's go upstairs.
must be Professor Layton, I presume. It's an honor to make your acquaintance.
Oh, no. The pleasure's all mine.
Oh, no!
Luke!
Claudia, darling! Come back, sweetie!
Honestly, why am I constantly surrounded by incompetence? This is a disaster! Whatever is the matter? Oh, this is simply terrible. My dear sweet baby Claudia! You're Claudia? Sweet, sweet Claudia! My little honeykins! My smoochy pie! My baby! Matthew! Matthew! Alright then. So, now we're gonna talk to Simon. Actually, let's talk to Matthew first. Because he seems like he has important stuff to tell us. Madam, what is it? What in the world happened? My little Claudia got scared and ran off. Didn't you see her dart out of the room? Hi, I must have missed her. I'm terribly sorry, madam. Oh, you're just useless, aren't you? Professor, you didn't see which way my baby ran off, did you? Your baby, madam? If you are referring to that white cat, I saw it run out the door a moment ago. What? Didn't we just go over this? And you simply stood there and let her escape? Actually, that was Luke. He's my stupid apprentice. Well, she is a cat. They are animals, after all, and animals must run about from time to... You fool! She is not just a cat. She has a name, and that name is Claudia Reinhold. I hate people like her. People that are like, oh, my cat. I feed my cat gourmet meals. Meow Mix is not her thing. She must have, a feline feast thing that's not cat food. I would never demean my cat like that. She is a delicate flower, and she's simply a mess when I am not close to comfort her. Matthew! I need you to find Claudia and bring her back immediately! About this little inheritance problem of yours, Lady Dahlia. That can wait. Can't you see that we have more pressing concern on our hands at the moment? You must have stopped her, and you didn't. So you have a responsibility to find Claudia and bring her back. Whatever. I guess as a gentleman, it is my responsibility. Sending the presser off to find a silly cat. The nerve! Who do you think you are? Haha. Oh, it's fine, Luke. I let people step all over me all the time. Besides, Lady Dahlia does have a point. It does seem we have let Claudia run off. Madame, if you'll excuse me, we have a cat to track down. Thank you, and please hurry. My Claudia is such a delicate flower, even the coarse outdoors air might prove her to be too much for her. And so noise at the manor was added to my list of mysteries. Alright. So that brings us to our next chapter, but it's so early on in the video that we can't just end it now, even though there is a save thing right here and I really want to save. Whatever. So now we're going to talk to Mr. Fatty, who likes to wipe his face a lot. Must be really hot in here. He keeps wiping his face. Dahlia is sure fond of that cat. I assume that you're the famous Professor Layton, yes? My name is Gordon, and I am one of the people who originally requested your services. I'd like you to examine our situation further, but right now it's probably best to do as Lady Dahlia says. Alright, so, yeah, you're pretty worthless. What do you have to say, ma'am? Why are you still here? My precious Claudia is out there alone. Go find her and bring her back at once. Bitch. Alright then. And Simon has a puzzle for us. The name's Simon. I'm Baron Reinhold's nephew. My father is the little brother of Gordon here. Oh, or rather he was until he kicked the bucket, as they say. But I digress. So you're the famous Professor Layton? If I thought you'd be more, presence. Well, never mind that. I take it you won't mind I throw a puzzle your way. I guess not. Just don't throw it too hard. I wouldn't want to, you know, bruise or something. Man, that was a good one. It shouldn't prove too difficult for a man of your ability. Yes, if you're as good as they say, this shouldn't amount to much more than a distraction. Alright, then let's have a look at this here puzzle. Puzzle number 11. Alright then, as shown in the diagram below, you have a 1/4 of a circle. Within this circle is a rectangle ABCD. which touches the edge of the circle at point D. Assuming that point B is located on the center of a circle, how long is the diagonal line AC? Alright, so basically, the easy way that I got this one was I just guessed 10 because I figured there had to be a reason for these both to be at, like, 5 and 5. But what the game wants you to think is, well, if AC is on here, then there's a line exactly identical to AC, and that line is BD. And then you move BD, and if you rotate it, it's as big as this. And if this is only a fourth of a circle, then this side should be just as big as this side. Another thing that's worth noting is that you don't actually need to know the Pythagorean theorem to do this one, which I just pretty much explained. Anyway, let's input our answer as 10 centimeters, or just 10.
That should do it.
Alright, correct.
Every
Correct.
puzzle has an answer.
300 peak rats. We're doing pretty good. Alright then, righto. Original line AC is the exact same length as diagonal line BD. Aha! The truth comes out. BD is the same length as the radius of the circle. So once you figure that out, the only thing left to do is add 5 and 5, which is 10. For those of you who aren't that great at math, good thing I'm here to help you out. Oh, it appears that you're a real deal, Professor. I apologize for doubting you there. It seems you've quite the mind for puzzles. But, oh, how unfortunate that you must waste your time on one of these ridiculous cat chases. They happen all the time, yet every time that cat slips out, Lady Dahlia causes the biggest fuss. Don't even bother trying to talk to her. The best thing you can do is just find that cat. Alright, I want that cat. So now, we gotta leave the Reinhold Manor as soon as Simon stops talking to me. If you're as bright as they say, you should have no trouble tracking down that little cat, right? Sure, I guess, I mean... It doesn't really take smarts to track down a cat, but, you know, we'll go with what you have to say, Simon. You seem like a very full of wisdom kind of guy. Professor, look at these paintings on the wall here. Oh, that means something because there was like a wall and there was like no music, so there's a silence. It's a very nice portrait, isn't it? I bet that's the late Baron Reinhold picture there. Ah, gasp! But what about this one, Professor? Who could this pretty girl be? The two portraits are next to each other, so they're likely family. She's probably the Baron's daughter. That's exactly right, sir. You are looking at a portrait of Flora, the late Baron's daughter. Pardon me for asking, but I couldn't help but notice your keen interest in art. Would you take care of this old frame with you? It used to hold the most wonderful painting. However, now all that's left on is a small scrap. And so we found a painting scrap. Basically, you can collect all the painting scraps, and yeah, it's going to explain it here. The painting option has been added to the trunk. You can assemble the fragments of the old painting here. To access the painting, touch the trunk to open it. Then tap the painting icon. So this is the place that old painting is then. How interesting. Alright then, so yeah, that's a bunch of people that used to live here or something. I don't know. So we're gonna now leave the Reinhold Manor, and yeah. Oh, the cat! It's just walking in place. Let's sneak up on it. Yeah. Professor, there she is! No, don't run away. Drat, she ran off. Yeah, you think? You think? We can't stop now. Let's give chase, Luke. As opposed to taking chase. Blast, that burns! It looks like the engine blew out. So this is Saint Mystere, eh? The famed stomping ground of the late Baron Augustus Reinhold. I wonder what kind of tricks the old coot set up for this village before he shuffled off. Oh, Layton, you ridiculous dandy. Just you wait. All the treasure you seek will be mine. I guess that means something. Some really random foreshadowing right there, guys. Take note of that. Right, and our next puzzle will be on the boat. Huh? Look, there's a hole in that boat there. Oh, Professor, that reminds me. Have you ever heard the one about the sinking ship? I think I missed it. Okay, number 13. Yeah, by the way, we're not going to get 12 till much later. And as much as it pains me to skip around, yeah, we're going to have to skip 12. Alright then. SOS! 15 people are trapped aboard a ship that's going to sink in exactly 20 minutes. Their only chance for survival is the 5-person life raft stowed on their vessel. To make matters worse, the water around the ship are teeming with man-eating sharks! What an unfortunate coincidence! So swimming to safety is out of the question. A round trip to the nearest island and back, the boat takes about 9 minutes on the raft. So how many people will live to see dry land? Alright, so there are 20 people. There are 20 people, right? So you're going to send 5 over. So 5 over to the island. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. But then 1 comes back. And so then you come back over to the island with 5 more people. No, 4 more people this time. Because they said they can fit how many people on the raft? Yeah, 5 persons. So, or 5 people. So you bring 5 more on the raft. And then that person goes back again. And so you have 8. But they can make it back 1 more time. And so then you put up that. I think so, yeah. So it takes 9 minutes, so 9, 18... How do they know it's going to sing in exactly 20 minutes? Like, exactly. It's kind of weird. Either way, what you need to know is that there needs to be 1 person on the raft at all times to bring it back and forth. And so if a round trip takes 9 minutes, I think it said 9 minutes. A round trip takes 9 minutes, so you go back and forth. That's once with 5. Then you go back. And there's only 4 people on the island, and then you bring 5 more, and then there's 8. All I know is that there are gonna be like 18 people that make it. I think it's 18 or 17. I can't remember. I think it's 18 though. So we're gonna put down 18, and maybe we'll get one wrong for once. Maybe.
There we go.
Yeah, we're wrong. So that's what happens when you get the question wrong.
I suppose I thought
No,
wrong.
Professor, don't blame yourself. It was my fault. Either way, we're going to give this puzzle another shot. Because, you know, why not? Even though it's going to give us an uneven number of Pika rats. Okay, so 15 people are trapped aboard a Oh, there are 15 people. Okay, I totally missed that last time. Alright, then, so if there are 15 people... Yeah, I don't know why I put 18 then. So it's not 18, then it's 13 people make it. Yeah, 13 people. Now, hold on, let's go back then and rethink this. That's why it didn't make sense at first. Okay, so 5 people go. Or there are going to be 4 people on the island after the first trip. And then after the second trip, there are going to be 4 people there. Then that one guy goes back and gets 2 other people, 4 more people, so that's 4, 8, 16. And that guy goes back to get 1 last person. What a trooper. Just going back to save that last person when it's a wasted effort. So, yeah. 13 people.
There we go.
There we go. That makes sense.
Critical thinking is the key to success.
You got it, Professor. Nicely done. A moment of silence for the 2 who didn't make it, please. Okay, that's quite enough. Wow, great answer, Professor. It took me 5 times as long to get that one. Yeah, it took me at least to try, Luke, so don't be ashamed. Or no, never mind. That was Luke giving the professor a puzzle for once. Anyway, we're running out of time here, so I'm going to see you guys next time. Thanks for watching, and goodbye.